Hi and welcome to Inside the Huddle. I'm Daily Review Sports Editor Geoff Stoute here with Patterson head football coach Don Jones. This week the Lumberjacks will start district play at North Vermilion Friday night. Patterson comes into the game with a 1-4 record. Both teams will both be starting district this week. Coach, before we get to North Vermilion, obviously a very tough pre-district schedule. Hadn't been easy on the record, but I'm sure prepared your guys a lot for what you're going to be facing in district going forward. He's probably exposed to a lot of things. Can you just give me your assessment on your team heading into district?
Well, it has been a tough schedule, and they've always done that here in the past. But in the past, it's been a little different type situation, and I'm looking forward to being able to make my own schedule this coming year, and we'll still play Assumption, we'll play Lafayette, but we're going to change some things around in the pregame schedule. Each game, we've had a chance to actually be in and win the football game, but we've been self-destruction, lack of discipline. We're getting holding calls. We're moving the ball and picking up yardage, but we're not cashing in on scoring points, and that's what's going to win football games. And we've given up, some points. So, but the way I look at it is, you wipe the slate clean now. We're getting ready to start district, and so we're really excited about getting district started. And we do have, at this point, we've got 3 young men that'll be out this week, 2 with concussions, and then 1 that had to have some surgery done on his mouth. And so we're a little bit short-handed, but yet I think that we're going to be ready to play, and they have an excellent football team. I don't think they played the schedule we played, but we're playing them at home. And anytime you play on the road, you're going to face some type of adversity.
Obviously North Vermilion, from what I've seen in the past of that area, typical running team, seem to be led again this year by Malik Kreiner. I watched him last year, and a really talented running back.
Great running back. He's the key to their, on offense, he's their key. They're going to find a way to get him the ball. They do run the football, they do different formations in order to run the football and try to spread you out sometimes, and sometimes they don't. And then when they do throw, most of the time it's off of play action, and that really, you have to really be patient and understand their philosophy behind throwing the football. So, but yes, he's the key to stopping their offense. Defensively, they're good up front. They have two good inside linebackers. They're secondary, they're young, but they've been playing some good football. And it's going to be a challenge for us, especially being a little bit short-handed and going on the road. But we're looking forward to it. We're excited about it. Like I said, you wipe the slate clean, and now we're fixing to start district. And hopefully this schedule has paid off, playing these tough people we've been playing, and we'll be ready to go.
I saw offensively they run a wing tee. What do they do on defense?
Defensively, they play a 4-man front, and with 2 outside backers, 2 inside backers, and 3 deep coverage. They're kind of deceiving on offense now. They spread you out a little bit and run the ball. They run some option football, and try to tie you down, where somebody's got to take the dive, somebody's got to take the quarterback, somebody's got to take the pitch. So I think we're prepared. I think we're going to be ready to play. And like I said, once again, we're really excited about being able to start district play.
Patterson and North Vermilion, Friday at 7 p.m. at North Vermilion. Coach, best of luck.
Thank you very much.
A little bit more about Patterson and North Vermilion. Patterson this year, Dejon Richard leads their offense. The University of Texas at San Antonio commit has 784 yards rushing and 12 touchdowns on the ground, 120 yards receiving in the touchdown. James Butler has 182 yards also for Patterson. while quarterback Randy Paul's thrown for 310 yards with 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions apiece. Irvin Celestine also has over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown. As I said before, Kreiner is the main guy for North Vermilion. He has 717 yards rushing and 12 touchdowns, while Dale Martin is thrown for 285 yards with 2 interceptions. In other action, Thursday night there will be 2 games this week. Morgan City will play South Terrebonne, and Berwick will open district play at Erath. For Morgan City, a week ago, the Tigers fell in the district opener to Edie White 41-0 to fall to 2-3 overall and 0-1 in district. South Terrebonne is also 2-3 overall, and they're 0-2 in district. They fell to Vanderbilt Catholic, and then a week ago they fell to Assumption 21-7. Morgan City is led by Devontae Grogan and Kerwin Francois this year. Grogan has 448 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns. He's thrown for 144 yards and has 4 interceptions. Francois has 125 yards rushing and a touchdown and 65 yards receiving, while Matt Griffin is Morgan City's leading receiver with 82 yards and 1 touchdown. Berwick, as I said, will be at home against Erath this week, looking for its 2nd straight win after an upset of Class 2A's 10th ranked squad at the time, Ascension Episcopal, a week ago, 38-24 in Youngsville. Josh Jones had a career night with 417 yards and 4 touchdowns. He also caught 2 passes for 50 yards and had a receiving touchdown, basically all of it negated by a holding call too. Erath this year is 0-5 coming into this week, most recently falling to Welsh a week ago, 41-12. The Bobcats are led this year by their passing game. Quarterback Luke LeBlanc is thrown for 860 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. His top receivers are Matt Domain with 473 yards and a score, and Luke Frederick with 230 yards. Jones leads Berwick's offense with 925 yards rushing and 13 touchdowns, while quarterback Mitchell Sanford has rushed for over 200 yards and 2 scores. Sanford's also thrown for 710 yards and 5 touchdowns and 5 interceptions, while Barrett Hover is his leading receiver with 362 yards and 4 scores. The final game of this weekend, and it will be at home, will be Central Catholic versus Highland Baptist in Morgan City. Central Catholic will be looking to bounce back from a 48-0 loss to Lafayette Christian a week ago. Lafayette Christian is the defending Division IV state champion. Meanwhile, Highland Baptist is 0-5 this year and has had a rough go at it. The last 2 weeks they've given up 60-plus points, including 69 a week ago in a loss to St. John of Plaquemine, who is, for those of you that don't know, is led by former Berwick coach Eric Holden. A week ago, Central Catholic was held to -3 yards of total offense. This season, running back Davion Bias and quarterback D.D. Gant lead the run game for Central Catholic. Bias has 555 yards rushing and 8 touchdowns, while Gant has 291 yards and 4 touchdowns. Gant's also thrown for 208 yards and 4 scores with 3 interceptions, while his leading receiver is Brooks Thomas with 128 yards receiving and 2 scores. That's another edition of Inside the Huddle. Thanks for watching.